Welcome to Digital Learning, an initiative of Directorate of Collegiate Education, Government of Karnataka. In this session, we'll focus on the grammar part of the last leaf lesson. In fact, we'll focus on vocabulary and in particular words often confused, prescribed for first semester BCom Language English. I am Nandana NG, Assistant Professor of English, Government First Grade College, Bagepalli. Let us have a look at the contents. First and foremost, learning objectives. What are the goals or what are the objectives a student can think of assimilating through the course of this session? Session outcome, as the phrase itself reveals, will try to tell us or will try to gauge what has been the benefit. What has the student benefit? Has the student learned the learning objectives? Has the student been successful in accumulating all the learning objectives? Recap of previous knowledge. Recap of previous knowledge is always essential because it helps us bridge the gap between the past knowledge and helps us understand the present knowledge and also links it to the future knowledge that we might accumulate. And then we'll concentrate exclusively on words often confused, which I'm sure with the students will find it very benefiting. And then we'll have recapitulation wherein all the things that we have learned in the session we'll try to sum it up, and as usual we'll assess ourselves through the multiple choice questions given at the end of the session. The learning objectives of this session. First and foremost, to acquaint as in familiar, to become aware, to acquaint with words often confused, to identify and define commonly confused words. Yes, first and foremost we have to identify. Many times certain words look similar, but then we have to first identify that there are two different words and try to define both. We'll try to inculcate, that is have or try to put it in ourselves an understanding of commonly confused words. We'll try to correctly use frequently confused words. Once we are able to identify the frequently confused words, and I'm sure we'll be able to correctly use the frequently confused words, and this in turn will help us better develop functional writing skills. When you have increased your vocabulary, when you are aware of the difference between two words, that in turn develops your functional writing skills. It also enlarges the imaginative power of the students. The more number of words you are aware of, the more your imagination. It will expand the interest for language learning. I keep telling you in all my sessions that language and literature are not two different extremes. In fact, they are two sides of the same coin. The more language you know, the better you can understand the literature. And in turn, it will all lead to a holistic confidence to use the English language as such. The session outcome. At the end of this presentation, the student will be able to clearly identify and define commonly confused English words, comprehend, that is understand, words often confused in the text. It will also help the student to develop their functional writing skills. It will help the student to identify the relevance of language in literature. In fact, not only in literature for that matter, language is important everywhere. Without language, you cannot read anything for that matter. So it first and foremost, when you enter the door of language, better equip yourself with all the words, with all that language has got to offer. This one of the other primary outcomes of the session can be to enhance your vocabulary, word power, and even strengthen our linguistic skills. This in turn will give us the confidence to use English as a language both on a verbal and on a writing level. First, let us try to recap our previous knowledge about this topic. First and foremost, vocabulary. I'm sure we have heard of this word vocabulary time and again in our English classes. The teacher keeps saying you have to improve your vocabulary. But what exactly is a vocabulary? To simply define, vocabulary are all the words known and used by a person related to a language. I'm sorry there. For example, English. All the words that you know about English comprises of your vocabulary, and by now you are aware there is no limit to the vocabulary. Every day, every moment you can keep learning. The more number of words you are aware, the more your vocabulary increases. Vocabulary also can be defined as a word stock, that is a set of familiar words within a language. Vocabulary is a useful and fundamental tool for communication and acquiring knowledge. Yes, many a times you would have read articles or you would have read newspaper reports or maybe even stories for that matter. You would have come across difficult words, and once you come across difficult words or alien words, you are not aware of the meaning. Maybe you just skip it. What if you know the meaning? The entire context changes. Maybe you'll understand the story much better. And also, vocabulary is an extensive aid to comprehension. Comprehension means to understand. When you are aware of each and every single word in the story, you will be nearing the objective of the author, or what exactly the author is trying to convey in the story or that piece of art. We'll focus exclusively on words often confused. What are words often confused? Why do they actually happen? Why do words have to be similar? Or why are they confusing? The first and foremost reason is using wrong or inappropriate words. Yes, many a times instead of using the relevant word, just because the word is similar to the other, the wrong word is used, and that leads to different meanings. That leads to, in fact, goof ups. That leads to wrong communication gaps as such. Another reason could be words look similar. This I have observed with the students. Many a times there are words in English language which look quite similar, and that leads to the distraction. There are also words which have similar pronunciation. Both might look same. In fact, both might look the same, and also the pronunciation might be similar. But then you will have to understand where to use which word, and also the similar spelling. So these are the reasons why words are often confused. Let us now look at the list of words or words which are often confused. The first pair of words are accept, accept. Look at the two words. First word, accept. Accept means agree, receive. For example, I accepted the gifts with gratitude. Here in the pictorial representation, we can see a person receiving something else from the other one. Maybe you can presume it's a gift there. So I accept, when you agree or receive, that is known as accept. The other word, except. Except means apart from. Except him, except her. So the sentence there, you can see there are four people there. Three of them have an opinion of yes, while only one person is saying no. So you can say everybody agreed except Kiran. That is, apart from Kiran, everybody else agreed. Elicit, illicit. This is another pair of commonly confused words. Elicit, to draw forth, evoke. For example, the teachers elicited answers from the students. When you try to draw answers from the students, the word that is to be used there is elicit. The other similar word is illicit. In fact, illicit means unlawful or illegal. The mother has discovered illicit drugs in her son's bag. Imagine interchanging the words and the meaning drastically changes. So please be clear. Elicit means to draw forth, while illicit means unlawful or illegal. This is again, time and again I have seen the two words diary which are confused. First, look at the spelling there. D-A-I-R-Y. The word diary means milk enterprise. That is related to all the milk products that comes out of the enterprise there. For example, look at the pictorial representation. All the milk products like milk, cheese, etc. is there. So my sister does not like the milk supplied by the local dairy. The dairy here refers to milk enterprise, D-A-I-R-Y. Another word, D-I-A-R-Y, that is diary, that is a daily record. For example, it's a book wherein you pen your thoughts. Some people have a habit of keeping a diary. One more pair of word which is often confused, desert. In fact, if you observe the words clearly, there is only one difference between two words. In the first word, desert, there is double S, and while in the second word there is only single S. But then the difference between the two is like between heaven and earth. First word, desert, the one with double S. This dessert refers to a fruit or something sweet that you have at the end of dinner. So I have inserted an image of all the sweets that is available there. So for example, ice creams make a good dessert. The other word, desert, that one refers to the barren sandy region. For example, the Thar desert is the largest desert in India. Please be aware of the difference between the two words, desert and desert. Device, again, here Both the words are similar, only one alphabet is interchanged. In the first word, device, it is a noun, it refers to a contrivance. For example, all the devices, all the gadgets, all the machines, most of the devices help people in finishing their tasks easily. The other word, device, device, this one is considered a verb, and this refers to inventing something. He devises many plans but he does not put them into practice, or the scientists are yet to devise a cure for the problems. Devise as in to invent. Again, one more pair of commonly confused words, fair. Both are pronounced similarly, but then look at the difference in the words and the meanings also. FAIR. FAIR word here in this context is taken as an adjective, and it means impartial. When you are being very impartial, when you are not taking sides, that attitude is described as a fair attitude. The group has achieved fair and equal representation for all its members. Another meaning of the word fair is being fair skinned. When somebody is very fair skinned or very good looking, you can say she is a fair looking girl. There is another word of the meaning FIAR that refers to the market. Now let us look at the other different word here, fare, FARE. This fare refers to the money that we pay to travel through a means of transport. For example, a taxi. After the end of the journey, what you pay, that is known as a taxi fare, FARE. Charge to be paid for a journey. For example, what is the taxi fare from Bangalore to Mysore? This is time and again a difficult pair of words. It's again pronunciation is similar, but look at the observe the changes there. ITS and the other one is IT apostrophe S. ITS is a possessive pronoun. It is something belonging to. For example, the dog eats its food only when it is offered. It is like its teeth, her teeth, his teeth, its problem. It is something belonging to. The other word, IT apostrophe S, it is a contraction. It is nothing but IT plus is. Example, it's a very strange incident. It is. Instead of saying it is, you can put it together and say it's a very strange incident. But be careful when you use it's and it's there. Again, there. So I have I have inserted this image particularly to make the difference very clear. The first word, THERE, there is an adverb. It indicates in, at, or to, that place or position. For example, the book is over there. He is standing there. The house is situated there. There refers to direction. Observe there, THERE. In the pictorial imagination, you can see the direction. So forever remember, there refers to direction or position. The other word, there, THEIR, it's an adjective. It refers to belonging, possession. The birds have left their nest. Their car is parked there. Their function is about to begin. Something belonging to, that means THEIR. Let us try to recapitulate what we learned in the course of this session. We were clearly able to identify and define commonly used English words, and I'm sure we were also able to comprehend, that is, understand words often confused in the text. Understanding of commonly confused words, and I'm sure by now we are able to correctly use frequently confused words. Of course, the list that I showed in the presentation is not a definite list. The list is endless. As and again, when you come across confusing words, do look it up in the dictionary or in the Google search engine, and I'm sure you'll be able to make the distinction. Now let us try to assess ourselves with the help of these questions. The multiple choice question. Look, observe the sentence. 4 options are given. You will have to select the right one. They are not going to dash this game. The words look similar. Lose, LOOSE, LOSE, and LOST, LOSING. Now I'll give you a clear distinction. The first word, LOOSE, that is when a garment or a cloth that you're wearing, for example, your trouser or the jean that you're wearing is loose, that is, it's very large. Then you say loose, LOOSE. Remember, Two O's means the fabric is loose. The other word LOSE, where there is a single O, it refers to losing in a match, or when you lose the match, for example. So the answer here is B, LOSE. They are not going to lose the game. This is one of the side dash of this medication. Again, confusing words are given there. Effects, affect, accept, accept. Of course, it is effect, side effect. What are the impacts of the medication? The other word affect means how it affects the person. Put the money there. THERE, THEIR, they are there. Yes, by now I have remembered the picture. THERE, the direction there. You are indicating where the money needs to be put, the place, the position. So the answer is THERE. The dash walked into the classroom. Principal, PRINCIPLE, or the one ending with PAL, PLES, or none of the above. And the clear answer is principal. Please remember, principal refers to the head of the institution. Answer B. The first word principle ending with PLE refers to ethics, values that you have. For example, my principle is not to lie. My principle is not to betray anybody. That is the ethic that I have. The second word principal, PRINCIPAL. Remember, the word ending with PAL. PAL means friend. Remember, the principal is your friend. So principal refers to the head of the institution. The answer is the principal walked into the classroom. Teacher noted the address and contact number in her diary, daily, or none of the above. Of course, remember the two pictures that I had provided there. The clear answer is answer A, DIARY. And what is the meaning of the other word diary? Milk enterprise, or the milk products. These are the references that has been used for this presentation. Hope you students enjoyed it. Thank you.